Hi everyone, hope you all are good. So we're going to start with grade 6 maths. So you can find all the lessons on eplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password as provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 6 maths and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter add and subtract fractions. And the lessons we're going to cover today are add and subtract mixed numbers word problems, add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators word problems, add and subtract fractions with like denominator word problems. So let's just start with the first lesson, that is add and subtract mixed numbers word problems. Here I am on grade 6 maths. Chapter is add and subtract fractions, and here is the lesson I'm going to start with, add and subtract mixed numbers word problems. So let's just start with the lesson. Read the question, just listen to me carefully. Hillsborough Zoo has two elephants. The male elephant weighs 6 whole 3 by 10 tons and the female elephant weigh 2 whole 1 by 10 tons. How much more does the male weigh than the female? Got it? So you have to subtract because the male elephant weighs 6 whole 3 by 10 and the female has 2 whole 1 by 10. You need to calculate how much more male weight than the female. Got, so subtract the female weight out of the male. So it would be 6 whole 3 by 10 minus 2 whole 1 over 10. Got it? So you have to subtract the whole number 6 minus 2 and 3 over 10 minus 1 over 10. 6 minus 2 is 4. 3 minus, they have the same denominators. You can subtract their numerators. So it would be 3 minus 1 is 2 over 10. Got it? And you can divide the numerator and denominator by a common factor, that would be 2. So 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 times 5 is 10. So it would be 4 whole 1 over 5. Got it? That means male elephant weigh 4 whole 1 by 5 more than female. Got it? So the correct option is 4 whole 1 over 5. Let's just start with the test questions so that we can do the practice questions. Okay, Blake's playground design purchased 13 whole 1 by 4 tons of sand. While creating a new elementary school playground, they used 3 whole 3 by 4 tons of the sand. How much sand does the company have left? So the total sand they have is 13 whole 1 by 4. So they used, that is 3 whole 3 whole by 4. You need to calculate how much sand they have left. So subtract the used one out of the total. Got it? So you need to do 13 whole 1 by 4 minus 13 whole 1 by 4 minus 3 whole 3 over 4. Got it? So just subtract their whole numbers. Here you have 1 and here you have 3. They have the like denominators. You can't subtract a smaller number out of the greater one. We can't do 1 by 4 minus 3 by 4. Got it? Because 1 is smaller than 4. So you have to make this numerator greater than 3. Got it? So how can we make this numerator greater than 3? Basically, we have to break down the whole number of this fraction. The whole number is 13. So just break down 13 as 12 plus 1. And now we can write 1 as 4 over 4 because here you have the 4. So 4 over 4 equals 1. Got it? Just replace the 1 by 4 over 4. Got it? Now they have the like denominators. Just add their numerator. It will be 12 whole 5 over 4. Got it? Now see, this is the greater numerator. Now you can subtract. Got it? Just do 12 minus 3 and 5 over 4 minus 3 over 4. Got it? So 12 minus 3 is 9 and 5 minus 3 is 2 over 4. So it is 9 whole 2 over 4. Got it? That means the sand they have left is 9 whole 2 over 4. Got it? Basically, we are subtracting without converting the fractions to the improper fraction. Got it? We are just subtracting numerator whole number and the whole numbers and the fractions. So when we are subtracting a fraction, one is less than 3, we cannot subtract a smaller number out of the greater one. Got it? So for this purpose, I break down the 13, the whole number, as 12 plus 1. Then I replace the 1 as 4 over 4. Got it? Because I know that 4 by 4 equals 1. So 4 by 4, 4 plus 1 makes 5. So it would be 12 whole 5 over 4. Now this numerator is greater than this numerator. You can subtract 5 minus 3. Got it? So just subtract the whole numbers. Numerators, it would be 9 whole 2 over 4. You can divide them by a common number 2. It would be 9 whole 1 over 2. Got it? So the correct option is 9 whole 1 over 2. So the correct option is option number 3, 9 whole 1 over 2. Got it? Okay, the next one is, as part of a lesson on earthquakes, a science class is researching the movement of a nearby fault line. The fault line moved 4 whole 1 by 3 inches during the past year and 3 whole 1 by 3 inches the year before. How far did the fault line move in all? So you have to calculate, you have to add them because you need to calculate in all. So just add them. 4 whole 1 by 3 plus 3 whole 1 by 3. Just add the whole numbers, 4 plus 3, and add the fraction. So 4 plus 3 is 7. You have the like denominators, just add their numerator. So it will be 7 whole 2 over 3. Got it? So the correct option is 7 whole 2 over 3. Let's just move on to the next example. Dale's bus ride to school is 13 whole 3 by 8 miles and Sufi's bus ride is 8 whole 5 by 8. How much longer than Dale's bus ride than Sufi's? So basically you have to subtract the Dale's bus ride, the Sufi's bus ride out of the Dale. So just do 13 whole 3 over 8 minus 8 whole 5 over 8. Got it? Just look at the numerators of the fraction 3 and 5. You cannot subtract 3 out of 5. You cannot subtract a smaller numerator out of the greater one. So again, you need to do the same thing. Just divide 13 as 12 plus 1. And we can write the 1 as 8 over 8. Got it? Because 8 over 8 equals 1. This way you can make the numerator greater than the other fraction. It would be 12 plus 8 over 8 plus 3 over 8. So you can see here you have the like denominators, add their numerators. It would be 12 whole 11 over 8. Got it? Now this numerator is greater than this one. You can subtract. So 12 minus 8 is 4. 11 minus 5 is 6. So it would be 12 4 whole 6 over 8. And you can divide them by a common number. That would be 2. So just divide them. 4 whole 3 divided by 4. So the correct option is 4 whole 3 over 4. Got it? Okay, let's just move on to the next lesson. You can complete the test by yourself later today. Okay, let's just do one more example. At lunchtime, a cafeteria served 1 whole 5 by 8 pots of chicken soup and 3 whole 1 by 8 pots of onion soup. How how many pots of soup were served in all? So in all you have to add them. Just add 1 whole 5 by 8 and 1 whole 5 by 8 plus 3 whole 1 over 8. Got it? So they have the like denominators. Just add their whole numbers. 3 plus 1 is 4. 5 plus 1 is 6. 4 whole 6 over 8. Got it? Divide them by a common number. That would be 3. 2. It would be 4 whole 3 divided by 4. Got it? So the correct option is 4 whole 3 over 4. So option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, the next one is the Corners Cafe purchased 5 whole 1 by 12 pounds of white sugar and 10 whole 7 by 12 pounds of brown sugar. How much sugar did they buy in? Also just add them. It would be 5 whole 11 over 12 plus 5 whole 11 over 12 plus 10 whole 7 over 12. Add the whole numbers. 10 plus 5 makes 15. 7 and 1 8 over 12. Divide them by the common factor 4. That would be 15 whole 2 over 3. Got it? So the correct option is 15 whole 2 over 3. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators word problems. Now we're going to learn how to add the fractions with unlike denominators. Got it? Perry filled a bucket with 7 by 10 of a gallon of water. A few minutes later, he realized only half of a gallon of water remained. How much water had leaked out of the bucket? So you have to basically the total water is 7 by 10 and now you're left with 1 by 2. So that means the bucket is leak. You need to calculate how much water had leaked out of the bucket. So just subtract the remaining water out of the total one. It would be 7 over 10 minus 1 over 2. Got it? You need to do 7 over 10 minus 1 over 2. But see, they have the different denominators. Got it? That means they have the unlike denominators. So first you have to make their denominators same. Got it? So how do we make their denominators same? You have to, here you have 2. You need to make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. Got it? You need to make it 10. So you have to multiply this fraction by a number that can make their denominator equal. Got it? So 2 times 5 makes 10. Got it? So just multiply this fraction by 5. So it would be 7 over 10 minus 1 times 5 divided by 2 times 5. Got it? It would be 7 over 10 minus 5 over 10. See, they have now like denominators. Got it? That means you can subtract their numerator. So you can do 7 minus 5 over 10. So 7 minus 5 is 2. So it would be 2 over 10. Got it? You can divide them by a common factor. So the common factor you can divide them is 2. You can divide them by 2. It would be 1 over 5. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions so that we can do more practice questions. Okay, of the pizza sold last week at Alice Pizzeria? Okay, of the pizzas sold last week at Alice Pizzeria, 310 were large pizzas and half were extra large pizzas, but fraction of the pizzas sold were either large or extra large. Basically, you have to add both the fractions, got it? That would be 3 by 10 and 1 over 2. You need to add 3 by 10 and plus 1 over 2. But you can't add them, they have unlike denominators. So first you have to make their denominators same, got it? So how do we make their denominators same? The smaller one is 2, the greater one is 10. Basically you need to make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. So you have to multiply this fraction by some number that can make the denominator 10. So 2 times 5 makes 10. So just multiply this fraction by 10. So multiplying fraction means you need to multiply numerator and denominator as well. Got it? Would be 3 over 10, and 5 times 1 is 5 and 5 times 2 is 10. Got it? Now they have the like denominators. You can add them. 5 plus 3 is 8 and 8 over 10. Divide them by 2. By a common factor 2 it would be 4 over 5. Got it? So the correct option is 4 over 5. Okay, a farmer plowed half of an acre in the morning and one fourth of an acre in the evening. How many acres did the farmer plow in all? So you have to 1 by 2 add, you have to 1 by 2 and 1 by 4. So you cannot add because they have the different denominators. First you have to make their denominators same. So the smaller denominator is 2. You need to multiply this fraction by some number that can make the denominator 4. 2 times what number is 4? 2 times 2 is 4. Got it? So just multiply this fraction by 2. Got it? Could be 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4. See, they have the like denominators now. You can add them. So 2 plus 1 is 3. It would be 3 over 4. Got it? So the correct option is 3 over 4. So you can please note down the time of the class for the rest next probably 3 weeks. The class of the time is 10 to 15 minutes earlier. Got it? For the last session only. Got it? So your class starts at 7:45. Got it? Around 7:45. That is just for the 3 weeks. Got it? After the 3 weeks, we will start the class at 8. Okay, the next one is Jenny's vegetarian restaurant bought 1/10 of a pound of green peppers and 1/5 of a pound of red peppers. How many pounds of peppers did Jenny's vegetarian restaurant buy in? Also, you have to add them 1/10 and 1/5. Got it? Just add. They have different denominators. Got it? You need to make their denominators same. So the small denominator is 5. You need to make the smaller denominator equal to 10. You need to multiply this fraction by some number that can make denominator 10. It would be 5 times 2. Just multiply the fraction by 2. It would be 1 over 10. 2 times 1 is 2 and 2 over 10. They have the like denominators. You can add it would be 3 over 10. Got it? So the correct option is 3 over 10. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is of the students in the band, 1/4 play the flute and another 7/12 play the clarinet. What fraction of the students in the band play either the flute or the clarinet? So you have to add 1/4 and 7/12. Okay, let's just add them. 1/4 and 7/12. You have to make their denominator same. Here you have 4 and here you have 12. You have to make the smaller denominator equal to the greater one. Got it? So you have to multiply this fraction by some number that can make the denominator 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. So you have to multiply this fraction by 3. So you need to do 1 times 3 divided by 4 times 3. Got it? So it would be 3 times 1 is 3 and 4 times 3 is 12. Now they have the like denominators. You can add their numerators. So 7 plus 3 makes 10. So it would be 10 over 12. So you can divide them by a common factor, that would be 2. So just divide them by a common factor. It would be 2 times 5 is 10 and 2 times 6 is 12. So it would be 5 over 6. Got it? So the correct option is 5 over 6. So select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is Ning bought 9/10 of the pound of green grapes and 1/5 of the pound of red grapes. How much more did the green grapes weigh than the red grapes? So the green grapes are 9/10 of the pound and the red grapes are 1/5 of the pound. You need to calculate how much more did the green grapes weigh than the red grapes. So you have to subtract the green grapes out of the red grapes out of the green grapes. Got it? So you need to do 9 by 10 subtract 1 over 5. Got it? Just do 9 by 10 subtract 1 over 5. But you cannot subtract because they have different denominators. So first you need to make their denominators same. Here you have 10 and here you have 5. So just multiply the smaller denominator by a number that can make the denominator equal to greater number. Got it? So here you have 5. You need to make it 10. 5 times 2 makes 10. So just multiply this fraction by the 2. It would be 9 over 10 minus 1 times 2 divided by 5 times 2. So 9 over 10 minus 2 over 10. See, they have now like denominators. You can subtract now. Got it? So 9 minus 2 is 7. So it would be 7 over 10. Got it? That means the red pepper more weigh 7/10 more than the green grapes. The green grapes weigh 7/10 more than the red grapes. Got it? Okay, let's just move on to the next question. Okay, the next one is Aaron sprinted 3/4 of a lap and then took a break of jogging 3/8 of a lap. How much farther did Aaron sprint than jog? So you have to sprinted 3/4 and jogging 3/8. So how much farther did Aaron sprint than the jog? So you have to subtract the jogging out of the sprinted. Got it? So you have to do 3/4 minus 3/8. So just subtract 3/4 minus 3/8. But you have to make the denominator same. So here you have 4 and here you have 8. So let's just make the denominator same. The smaller denominator is 4 and the greater denominator is 8. So 4 times what number is 8? 4 times 2 makes 8. So you have to multiply this fraction by 2. It would be 2 times 3 divided by 2 times 4 minus 3 over 8. So 2 times 3 is 6 and 2 times 4 is 8. See, they have now like denominators. You can subtract their numerators now. So 6 minus 3 is 5. It would be 6 minus 3 is 3. It would be 3 over 8. Got it? So that means the correct option is 3 over 8. So here is the correct option 3 over 8. Just select the correct option then click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is 1/4 of the students in an art class are currently painting with watercolors. Another half of them are painting with oil paint, but fraction of the students in the art class are painting with the watercolor or oil paints. Basically, you have to add because here you have whether what fraction of the students in the art class are painting whether with watercolor or oil paint. So you just have to add them. Just add 1/4 and 1/2. Got it? add 1/4 and 1 over 2. So it will be 1 over 4 plus 1 over 2. So first of all, you have to make the denominator same. You can make the smaller denominator equal to greater one. So 2 times 2 is 4. So just multiply this fraction by 2. It will be 1 by 4 plus 1 times 2 divided by 2 times 2. So it will be 1 over 4 plus 2 times 1 is 2 over 4. So you have to, they have the like denominators. Now you have to add their numerators. So 2 plus 1 is 3. It would be 3 over 4. Got it? So the correct option is 3 over 4. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. Let me just move on to the next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is add and subtract fractions with like denominators. Word problems. So now the denominator, you have simply like denominators. So adding the fractions with like denominator is very easy. You simply add their numerators. Got it? Let's just start with the first example. Carolyn watched a ladybug in the yard. It crawled 2/3 of an inch, then rested for a bit, and then crawled 2/3 of an inch more. How far did the ladybug crawl in? Also, you need to calculate the total crawl the ladybug did. Got it? So 2/3 first time and then again 2/3. So you have to add both the fractions. So you have to do 2 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Got it? See, they have the like denominators. So when they have like denominators, adding them is very easy. Just add their numerators. You need to do 2 plus 2 over 3. Got it? So 2 plus 2 is 4. So it would be 4 over 3. Got it? So the correct option is 4 over 3. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, the first one is the chef of a pizza place use 9/10 of a package of pepperoni and 3/3 of the package of sausages. How much more pepperoni than sausage did the chef use? So you have to add 9 by 10 and 3 by 10. So just add. So they have the like denominator, that is 10. You simply have to add their numerator. So it would be, they have the like denominator 10. So you simply have to add 9 plus 3, that makes 12. So it would be 12 over 10. Got it? So the correct option is 12 over 10, or you can divide them by a common number. You have to divide them by a common number 2. That would be 2 times 6 is 12 and 2 times 5 is 12. We are learning how to add and subtract fractions with like denominators, grade 6. Okay, let's just move on to the next lesson. It would be 3 over 5. Let's just move on to the next lesson. That morning, Alice drove to the store and used 1/3 of the gallon of gas. In the afternoon, she drove to the movie theater and used 2/3 of the gallon of gas. How much did Alice use in all? So you have to add 1/3 and 2/3. So they have the like denominators. So adding the fractions like denominator is very easy. You simply have to add their numerators. Got it? So just add 2 plus 1. That would be 3 over 3, and it makes 1. Got it? So the correct option is 1. Okay, the next one is, while taking inventory at his pastry shop, Stephen realizes that he had 2/3 of a box of baking powder yesterday, but the supply is now down to 1/3 of a box. How much more baking powder did Steven have yesterday? So you have to subtract 2/3 minus 1/3. So 2/3 minus 1/3 equals 2/3 minus 1/3 is yes, 2 by 3 minus 1 by 3 is 1 over 3. Okay, of the teacups in Nina's tea shop, 3/8 are teal and another 1/8 are yellow. What fraction of the teacups are either teal or yellow? So you have to add 3 by 8 plus 1 by 8 is 3 8 and 1 3 8 and 1 8 makes 4 over 8. You have to divide them by a common number 4. It would be then 1 over 2. Got it? So the correct option is 1 over 2. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, the next one is in Hampton's big shop. 1/10 of the wigs are blown and 1/10 of the wigs are bruned. What fractions of the wigs are either blown and bruned? So you have to add them. 1/10 and 1/10 makes. You have the like denominator, so simply add their numerators. 1 plus 1 makes 2 over 10. And divide them by a common factor, it would be, yes, that would be 1 over 5. So the correct option is 1 over 5. Okay, the next one is over the weekend, Jenny drank 4/5 of the bottle of soda and Vera drank 1/5 of a bottle. How much more soda did Jenny drank than Vera? So you have to subtract the Veras out of the Jenny. So you have to do 4 by 5 minus 1 by 5. So which is the correct option? 4 by 5 minus 1 by 5 equals, yes, that would be 3 by 5. So just select the correct option and click on the OK button. Okay, Dick ran 5/6 of a mile and walked 1/6 of a mile. How much farther did Dick run than walk? So you have to subtract 5/6 out 1/6 out of 5/6. So which is the correct option? 5 minus 1 is 4. It would be 4 over 6. You have to divide them by a common number 2. It would be then 2 over 3. So the correct option is 2 over 3. Carolyn watched a ladybug in the yard. It crawled 2/3 of an inch, then rested for a bit, and then crawled 2/3 of an inch more. How far did the ladybug crawl in all? So you have to calculate the total distance the ladybug covered. So you have to add both the distances, 2/3 and 2/3. So together they make 4/3. Got it? So you have to convert into mixed fractions. Just divide 3 by 4. Got it? See, 3 times 1 is 3. You are left with 1 here. It would be 1 whole 1 over 3. That means the total distance covered by the mm, ladybug is 1 whole 1 over 3. Got it? Okay. The next one is Zoe filled a bucket of 5/8 of a gallon of water. She later poured 3/8 of a gallon of water. How much water is left in the bucket? You have to calculate how much water is left. So just subtract 3/8 out of 5/8. So 5 minus 3 is, it would be 2 out of 8. So divide them by a common number. Yes, that would be 1 over 4. Okay, you can complete the test by yourself later today. So we will read 6 maths. The lessons we have covered today are the way of working on the chapter add and subtract fractions. The lessons we have completed today are add and subtract mixed number word problems, add and subtract fractions with unlike denominators word problems, add and subtract fractions with like denominator word problems. So please make sure before the next session you have to complete all the test questions for the lessons we did today. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9. Got it? That's all for today. See you in the next session. Bye, everyone.